Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to R&D's Secret Lair, the only place where Spuzzem like me gets to play Magic with all of you. So what are we doing tonight? Tonight we're going to be drafting a little bit of Ravnica Allegiance, and much like I do usually, I'm going to explain kind of how I do that. So aiming to finish out collections here, so if we go over to our collection tab over here, you can see that for Ravnica Allegiance, we're pretty close to having all of it. Just missing a few cards. We haven't found any of these yet. Not a terribly good card, but still missing a good amount of cards. So that's what we're going to be aiming to do. Finish out some collections. Also, hopefully win some games. On top of that, we're also going to be aiming to finish out our whatchamacallit down here. Our goals down here. So casting creature spells, white or blue spells, so leaning us towards Azorius, red or green, aiming us towards Signet, or Simic rather. Both of those are guilds in Ravnica Allegiance, so aiming for either one of those should be fine. Let's see what we got. So Revival Revenge. Not my first pick, but let's see if we still need Revival. We do not. So that opens us up to kind of go whatever we want from this pack. Let's go back in. Yeah, the card's not great. This card is really good. There's the Gilgate here, sure. Terramander's not terrible, but I am going to just take the Thrall here. Also, Onyx, not bad. Oh, Verity Circle. Do I need a Verity Circle? Nope, have all four of those, so I can take whatever I want. Saw a pretty good choice in Chillbringer, another good flyer. So maybe whatever. What's Esper Flyer? Let's see. Okay, no rare here. Kind of opens us up. Take whatever we want. This card's kind of lukewarm. This is the best card in the pack. This or this, one of these two. And Footlight Fiend, not terrible either. I think we'll just take the Shimmer here. It is kind of filler, but we're gonna try to stick with these colors as best as we can. Dead Revel's pretty good, and Skitter Eel not bad. Also, we could take the Gilgate for a little bit of splashing later on, but I think I'm happy with the Dead Revels right now. What do we get in this pack? This pack is not for us. The Gator's not horrible. Scorch Mark, not terrible. That's about it. This is a pretty light pack for us. Don't even know if we're going to be running anything. Pick up the Scorch Mark. There's a good pickup. Ill-Gotten Inheritance is a very strong card in this format. Sage Rose Savant, good number 2, but definitely want the inheritances whenever we can pick those up. Another kind of lukewarm pack for us. Not a great pack 1 for us. I'll take the Transport. Ooh, Night of Sorrows is pretty good, so we'll take that up. Again, nothing really for us here. Pick up the red card. Why not? Sage Rose Savant and Quench, both pretty good. Bladebrand also fine. I think I want the Savant. Gives me more to do. Nothing in this pack is really even good. The Spider's not terrible. We're not in green though. The Trumpeter is technically in one of our colors, so we'll pick that up, I guess. Another pack that's just not for us. Again, same deal. We're slowly going into Rakdos, looks like. Pretty sure I already have all the Blood Crypts I need. It's kind of funny. Blood Crypt usually would be just an auto pick. I'm pretty sure I got 4 of them. Let's just check to make sure. That's a good one to pick up if we don't. Yep, 4 of those. Don't need another. Let's just jump back into our draft. Let's see. Vampire is bonkers. I think we're almost definitely going with Vampire. Code of Constraint's pretty good. Admonition is really good along with the Flyer, but Vampire just so much time. Ooh, High Alert is pretty good. Do we need another Simic Ascendancy, though? Keep getting second pick. Nope, got 4 of them. Don't need that. It is a really good card in draft. We're not in those colors. Cry is not terrible. I'm actually leaning towards this Grotesque Demise. Other considerations here, there's another Vampire, which is just bonkers. Night Arbiter, which is pretty good, but we're going to pick up the Grotesque Demise. It's a pretty good card. Jeez, just with the late. Oh, we do need that one, so we will pick it up. There's a Nikia. Sure. Passing up Law Mage's Binding, a Quench. That's really it for this pack. Nothing really else screams out to me. Not running Rakdos currently, or they get to the point would be pretty good. No, another good Grasping Thrall. It's a very strong card in this pack. We'll pick that up. There's a 2/3 flyer in this pack. There's also the Death Toucher. I like my Death Touchers, but we'll just pick up the flyer for now. Depose Deploys, not terrible. Not a big fan of the Scavenger. Prying Eyes is pretty good. I think probably just going to go with the Depose Deploy, though. Another one of the flyers. There is a final payment that we have to sacrifice. Chillbringers is too good. Another Chillbringer, sure. So we got Code of Constraint and we got Admonition here. I kind of like Code of Constraint more, so we'll pick that up. Pick up another Vampire. Law Mage's Binding is a good late pickup. We'll pick up the Petitioners. Don't know if we're going to be running it, but we'll pick it up. Slime Bind, probably not going to make the final cut, but we'll pick it up. And 2 cards we don't care about. Do we have a Teysa? Do we just want Teysa? There's other cards in here that are pretty good, so let's see if we actually need Teysa. That'll make our pick pretty easy if we do. Nope, we don't need her. But she does have pretty good abilities. I think she still might just be the pick. Definitely leans me more towards the Afterlife plan. Yeah, I don't mind picking up Teysa. Cinder Vines, eh? Let's see. You need one more Cinder Vine, so we're gonna pick that up. Okay, that's our last Cinder Vines that we need. Mostly just fixing here, really. Okay, no rare this time. So we got a Knight and we got a Syndicate Messenger. We also have this Sentinel's Mark, which is pretty good. I think I'm just gonna take the Messenger here, though. This pack. Don't mind the fixing. There's another Knight of Sorrows. It's also just the Fairy Duelist. I think I want the Plaza. Helps our 3-color plan. Another Vampire here. Passing up on Gilgate, Blade Juggler, and a Plague White. The Vampire is pretty good. Another Vampire. I think I'm actually going to take the Sphinx's Insight. The other consideration here is Blade Juggler, and of course the 4th Vampire. Might actually be able to cut blue. No, Chillbringers are too good. I think I'll pick up... Yeah, I'll pick up the Vampire. It's the 4th one. That's pretty good. Eyes Everywhere is very strong card. Especially if your opponent's not playing blue. Sure, I'll take the Eyes Everywhere for now. Acuity is a very strong card. Also an Oligarch. What do we actually have that works with Acuity? Might just be like Code of Constraint. That's about it. Yeah. Very strong card. Needed to see it earlier if I was going to build around it. I'm just going to take the Oligarch here. Swirling Torrent's a pretty good card, so we'll pick that up. Bellhaunt might be reaching, but we'll pick it up for now. Another Night of Sorrows, not bad. What, 2 nights. I'm going to pick up the Fairy. Pick up the Plague White. Sure, Thought Collapse. The card that we're not running. Get some gems for the extra rares we picked up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That might just be it. I might want to just trim most of the blue out. I'm pretty happy with my white black. I can leave in some of the higher end blue stuff. Might just be able to cut the black though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We can also just trim. It is another option. A lot of different options. I think I'm just gonna trim. I'm gonna leave it 3 colors. Didn't pick up enough fixing to really make that work, but we're just gonna go with it. Take out Slimebind. Take out the Oligarch. Take out the Bellhaunt, which is basically uncastable with this mana base. Take out the Transport. Gotta find 3 more cuts. The other thing is I didn't really pick up any removal, which is probably gonna come back to bite me. Take out the Shimmer. Take out the Duelist and the Savant. Aim towards my blue stuff being more on the high end. And yeah, we'll keep it like that. Give it a try. Have all 3 of our colors. Pretty much snap deep at this point. I do like these. Oh, I forgot to put sleeves on my cards again. I like the little Jace. Play a Swamp Pass. Play a Plains. Plague White. Pass. We need to find some more lands. I'm gonna be in trouble. Go to combat, swing for 2. Opponent down to 18. Pass the turn. Opponent is blue-green something. Opponent plays another blue land. Plays out a Gyre Engineer. So our turn. We did find a land. We'll go to combat. See if the opponent tries to trade. You never know. No blocks from the opponent. We're just gonna Binding here. Cut the opponent off 2 mana. Play out our land, pass the turn. Opponent with another land. Skitter Eel. Sure. We'll go to combat. Swing in for 2. Opponent takes it. We'll play out our Messenger, pass the turn. Can pump if they want. Opponent's gonna get in for 3. Probably no pump, so they must have a follow-up then. Plays out their Spider. That's not good. We'll play out our Vampire and pass the turn. No attacks. I'm just going to get in for 3. We will double block. Opponent can pump if they want. Not going to pump. Play out their Steeple Creeper. Still have not found our 5th land, which is very rough. Opponent plays a land. I'm going to swing them with both. We'll block their 4-2 with our 2-3. Drop to 17. Make a 1-1. We find a land, so we'll play a land, go to combat, get in for 1. play out our grasping control. No response from the opponent. The opponent's going to drop to 11. We're up to 19. Opponent gets in for 3. We don't have blocks. Down to 16. The opponent plays out a Senate Courier. We play out our Chillbringer. Tap down the Courier. It doesn't untap. Swinging for 4. Pull it down to 7. Opponent plays a Brush Strider. Passing the turn. We'll play out our Chillbringer. Tap down the opponent's Spider. It doesn't untap. Get in for 7. Opponent's 2. And unless the opponent has something, we have them dead in hand. Opponent says good game. We'll say good game. The opponent scoops it up. Yeah, that was a... As I said, Chillbringer, pretty good card. Not terrible, so we'll keep it. Play a Plains, pass the turn. Play our Plaza. Pay 1 mana so we can keep it around. Play Plains. Play a Swamp. Play our Vampire. Pass the turn. Play Plains. Passing. Go to combat. Swing for 3. Opponent probably has a no kill spell. Okay. In that case, we play a land. Play out the Inheritance. See what the opponent has. Opponent's reading Inheritance. I don't think there's any mono white counters in this format. No mana tides here. Opponent plays a land. Plays a Civic Stalwart. We're gonna lose a life, we'll gain a life. Draw a land, so we'll play our Chillbringer. Tap down their Stalwart. Doesn't untap. Get him for 3. Opponent at 13. Opponent reading our cards. Opponent plays a Messenger. That's fine. Take 1. We'll play out a land. Play a Chillbringer. Tap the opponent's Messenger down. It's not going to untap. Get him for 6. Opponent at 6. Unless the opponent has something pretty good on this turn, the game is just over. Puppet Jace showing off his magical powers. Stop it, Puppet Jace. Yeah, that's cool, Puppet Jace. I'm so glad they released this. I think this is so funny. Opponent reading and rereading, seeing if there's some way out of this. Oh, they're gonna give their elephant flying and fight our 3/3. Sure. Fortunately, as you'll see, opponent, I don't think that's gonna be. So opponent drops to 5. We go to combat. We swing with the crew. See how the opponent blocks. So opponent's going to trade for our 3/1, drop to 2, we play our Thrall, opponent loses 2, we gain 2, and that's the game. So we just need blue, and it's a pretty good hand. So we'll keep this. Also, Taysom not doing a whole heck of a lot this match. Opponent plays a Watchdog, which does stop us basically dead in our tracks. Plays a 1-3. Planes, pass the turn. We're down to 19. Play a swamp. Play a vampire. Pass the turn. This cannot tap basically any part of our team. That was our 5th land, which is pretty good. Play out our Tesa. Swing him for 3. Opponent can block however they want. Once they block their Watchdog, so Watchdog down. Has the
I heard you had some dead things that needed to stay dead. Am I
Oh man, opponent
dematerializing? Huh.
Kaya is painful for us, apparently. So we draw a land. Which means we can play the land. Do this at instant speed, and we still get to draw a card. We'll go to combat. We'll swing 2 at Kaya. See how the opponent blocks, if the opponent blocks. One's going to block with their Grudion. Cast our Code of Constraint on their Grudion. Kill it. Kaya lives.
Be gone. I'll be back.
Opponent exiles
Just
a card from our graveyard. I don't know why they didn't do that after combat if they had that. Just keep drawing lands now, eh? We'll play out our Thrall. 2 damage to the opponent. We go back up to 19. Back down to 20. We'll pass the turn. Opponent plays out a Panther. His opponent want to ultimate their
Well done.
nope, they're gonna take up.
Look to see me.
They're probably gonna leave up their Pegasus to block, would be my guess, which is fine by us. Draw another land, so we'll play a land, go to combat. Get in for 3 at Kaya. Opponent can block if they want. We have the Sentinel's Mark. That's pretty good. Play out our Knight. Pass the turn. We're gonna ultimate Kaya now, maybe? We will find out.
You bet.
Exiles
I'm gonna
2
make
cards
myself
from their own
scarce.
graveyard. Gain some life. Opponent likes to do stuff before combat. Opponent skipping, swinging with their 2/5 for some reason. We'll swing everything at Kaya. See what the opponent does. Opponent's going to trade their Panther for our Knight. So we get a 1/1. We'll cast out our Dead Rebels. Take back our Knight so it doesn't go away. Also, Dead Rebels not super great while Kaya's out. Opponent going to hit us for 2 down to 17. We'll play our Plaza. Pay 1 mana to keep it around. Really need to stop drawing lands here now. Our Chillbringer here would be fantastic.
Good riddance to bed. You
We're
better
gonna
watch your
exile
back
our
from
dead
here on out.
rebels. Kaya up to 8 now. Getting in for 4. No blocks. We're down 13. We keep drawing lands. Go to combat. Swing everything at Kaya. I'm gonna block our 3/3. We'll play out our knight. Pass the turn. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. On the positive note, we only have 6 more lands left in our deck. So we can't draw too many more.
I'll be back. Just you wait.
Opponent spends 1 of their Kaya loyalty to exile a token. We drop to 11 and draw another land. Just need to get out of this mana pocket. Not gonna swing in here. Really no reason. Once we get through this mana pocket, we can start swinging at Kaya or the opponent again, but really need to get out of this mana pocket first.
You're bad. You better watch your back from here on out.
Opponent exiles some cards from their own graveyard, gain some life, pass the turn. We get a flyer, so we'll play out a flyer. Pass the turn. Five more lands left in our deck, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 5 more lands left in our deck, but if we just keep drawing them, it is going to end the game. And this might just be it. We have 4 cards in exile. Yep, Kaya's going to probably get there for the opponent. I can't actually read it, it's too small.
Pack your bag. I won't forget.
Opponent's still exiling cards for some reason. That's a good card. Play a land, go to combat, swing a 2/3 and a 3/3 at Kaya. Opponent gonna block the 3/3. Okay. Kaya drops
Try that
to
again.
6.
I dare you.
Pass the turn. See what the opponent does.
You have to do better than that.
Okay. Opponent gonna make us lose some life. We lose 4 down to 5. What do you got, opponent? Opponent going to attackers. And just passing, eh? Okay. Ill-Gotten Inheritance is a very good card here. We play a land. Go to combat. Swing both of our flyers at Kaya. Hopefully that just deals with Kaya. Looks like it's going to. Sure. Opponent can be able to take down our Thrall. Sure. Yeah, we just want to really take down Kaya here. Opponent gonna hit us for 2. We'll play deploy. We'll gain 5 life. We'll put 2 flyers into play. knock Kaya off the battlefield. Play out the inheritance. Should do a good job of catching us up on some life. Down to 8. Opponent getting him for 2. No blocks. Take our beats, go down to 6. Opponent's gonna lose a life and gain 1. Ooh, that was a good hit. We'll go to combat. Swing in with our 3/3. See what the opponent does. Opponent just gonna take it apparently. Sure, gonna hit us for 2. It's fine. Went down to 28. Pass the turn. Opponent plays out Tesa. Sure. Going to attackers. We'll pass the blockers. We'll block their Pegasus with our 2/3. See if the opponent has a pump spell. Oh, this is a sorcery. I guess it's good that didn't go. Opponent's gonna lose a life, we'll gain a life. And another land. So let's cast Swirling Torrent. We'll pick both. Put the Guild Mage on top of their library. Put the Pegasus back in their hand. Opponent can hit us for 2, down to 4. We'll go to combat. Swing in the air for 4. Opponent down to 23. Pass the turn. Opponent replays their Pegasus. Sure. Pass out their Guild Mage. Okay. We're going to swing in with both of their creatures. We'll go to blockers. We'll block and block. We'll kill their 3/1. Get a 1/1 token. Go to our turn. Opponent goes down to 22. We go up to 5. Play out our Chillbringer. Tap down their 1/3. Go to combat. Swing in for 5. Opponent down to 17. Pass the turn. Opponent plays out another Guild Mage. That's not good. Go to our turn. Opponent loses 1. We gain 1. Up to 6. Cast our Demise. Exiling one of the Guild Mages. The one that can't activate. Opponent knocks us down to 4. Go to combat. Going for 1, 2, 3. Hit the opponent for 3, down to 13. Pass the turn. Opponent passes. Go to our turn. Opponent loses 1. We gain 1. We're back up to 5. Get a binding. 3, 5, 8. Opponent's at 12. Which means I think that actually does it. Let's see if opponent has a trick. Yep. So we're going to go with that. We cast our binding on their Pegasus. Go to combat. Swing in for 8. See if the opponent has any blockers. No blockers. Hits us for 2, down to 3. Get up for damage. Opponent at 4. We'll sack our inheritance on the opponent. Goes 4 to them. We gain 4, and that's the game. Yep. Just ground the opponent out after we got out of that mana. This is a risky keep, but we're going to keep it. Really need to just find 2 or 3 lands, and we should be good even with this hand. Hopefully, at least one of them is blue. But multiple vampires. Go to constraint. Plays out a Tin Street Dodger. Well, that's not a blue land, but I'll take it. Plays another red. Plays Cavalcade. Sure. Getting in for 2. We're down to 17. We do manage to find some blue mana. We'll play at our vampire. Gonna play some more red mana. Swings in for 2. So we can't block. It's fine. We weren't really planning on blocking anyway. Down to 15. Plays that 14. We will play a land. Go to combat. Swing in for 3. Opponent is going to trade, which is fine. We go back up to 18. Opponent's going to hit us for 1. That's fine. Play the second vampire. Pass the turn. I'm gonna play some black mana. Plays a Judith. Ooh, Judith, kind of a non-bow with Cavalcade though. We're planning on blocking again, opponent, for sure. We will go to combat. Swing in for 3. See what the opponent does. Does the opponent want to block? Opponent does not want to block. We'll play our Code of Constraint. Tap Judith down. She's not going to untap. Draw a card. Opponent plays out some mana. A Goblin Gathering. Gets in for 2. Knocks us down to 16. We draw another mana, so we'll play a land. Go to combat. Get in for 3 at the opponent. See what they do. Opponent is going to give up on a token. We go back up to 19. We'll play out a Thrall. Go up to 21. Opponent down to 15. The opponent looks like they might be running out of resources. We shall see. Opponent plays out a Rustabout. I don't know how to say that. Opponent offering the trade here. That's fine by me. Anything I can do to... it's too late, opponent. You already missed your chance. Opponent gonna kill our Thrall. Sure. We'll play out a Chillbringer. Tap down the Roustabout. It's not going to untap. Opponent getting in for 2. Okay, we'll block. We'll bite opponent. We're gonna give it death touch. That's fine. It's a Slender Spear. We'll play out a land. Play our Chillbringer. We'll keep the Roustabout tapped down. Opponent deciding on what they want to do. That's a bold plan. Well, we'll go to combat. Swinging for 3. Opponent drops to 11. Then we can Dead Rebels. Cast it with Spectacle. We'll take back a Thrall and a Vampire. Play the Thrall. Opponent drops to 9. We go up to 22. Opponent's pretty close to dead here. Opponent can activate their Spear Spewer. It's a bold plan if they do. Opponent gonna get in for 4. No blocks. We will happily take it. Down to 18. Opponent gonna gain control of our Thrall now for some reason. Opponent says, oops. Both of us for 1. Sure. Opponent gonna shoot me for 2, I guess. Down to 15. Opponent is going to get to draw 3 cards, which is pretty good for the opponent. Plays out a Thirsting Shade. We draw another Vampire. I think I'm going to cast Vampire here. Go to combat. Get in for 3. And I'm gonna Binding their Thirsting Shade. Pass the turn. Opponent wants to get in with their 4-2, that's fine. We'll block with our 3-1. Opponent's had enough and they scoop it up. This hand could use some blue mana, but it's fine. We want 1 or 2 islands in the next few cards. Another swamp, and not quite an island. This art is pretty good. Still like the Theros basics better, but these are a close second. Ooh, that was an interesting draw. It's gonna be good next turn. This turn, we get out our Vampire. Hopefully the opponent does not have the counter. They do not, apparently. Opponent plays down an island. Plays out Ministrant of Obligation. I think we're actually going to hold off on playing our mana for another turn. I'm just going to customize Ministrant. That card is very annoying. Play at our planes. Get in for 3. Go up to 23. Yeah, this card is a pain. Plays a 2-4, which would shut us down if it weren't for Chillbringer. We're Chillbring. Get in for 3. Opponent down to 14. We're up to 26. Senate Griffin. Scry 1. Draw another land. We'll go to combat. Swinging for 6. Opponent's going to trade for R3. Down to 11. We play out our eyes everywhere. We play our Plaza tapped. Paying 1 min to keep it around. Plays out a Pegasus. And then another Pegasus. Opponent might be the 1 deck. Another vampire is not really what we need against this horde of creatures with big butts. Play a land. Play out our Tesa. Pass the turn. No attacks. That might be the high alert deck. Is blue-white. We haven't seen a lot of creatures with books. This deck might just do us in. Opponent gains 4. Takes us down to 25. We get to Scry. Swirling Torrent. That's fine. It's pretty good, actually. So we'll cast Swirling Torrent. Choose both modes. Get rid of both of the Thopters. Thopter's gone. Get in for 5. Go back up to 28. The opponent has a trick. The opponent does have a trick. So we're going to eat our 1/1. Still go up to 26 here, which is not bad. Opponent finds an Impassioned Orator. Island to the bottom. Found a messenger. Do I want the knight or the messenger out first? We'll put out messenger first. No reason to attack here. I don't think the opponent will fall for the bluff. 4 toughness is very hard to get around in this format. Block the 2/4. Take 2. Back down to 20. Get the Scry. Grasping Thrall is very good, so we don't mind drawing that. Go to combat, swing in with the crew. Opponent probably thinks they're safe. In exchange for their spirit. It's gonna kill their fairy. Opponent does get a Scry out of it. And they can spend their turn just trading back for our spirit if they want. Be interesting to see what the opponent trades for. It's gonna trade for a Tesa, sure. We get to Scry. Think planes to the bottom. See what's on top. We get a swamp. So we'll play out our swamp. Play our throw. Opponent's going to lose 2. We'll gain 2. Opponent down to 10. No attacks. Pass the turn. Ill-gotten inheritance is great. Fine with that. So we'll go to combat, swing with our 3-4 in the air, see if the opponent trades away a Pegasus for it. Opponent does not. I think I'm actually just going to play out my knight. Pass the turn. We get to scry. Depose deploy is pretty good, so we'll leave that on top. Go to combat. Swing for 3. See what the opponent does. Opponent should have taken it. Down to 4. Opponent's not doing anything. We're not going to do anything, so we'll pass. Plays a land. Go back to us. Swamp on top can go to the bottom. Draw plains. So we'll play a plains. Go to combat. Swing for 3. See what the opponent does. Opponent gonna block with a 1-3. That's fine. Pass the turn. Opponent plays a shimmer. Sure. Cast a Drake. That's fine. It's gonna gain a life. I think we've got him. Start things off by deposing the opponent. Tap down their Pegasus. Ooh, we draw a Chillbringer too. Messenger's fine. Play our Chillbringer. Tap down the opponent's Drake. And go to combat. And swing with everything but the Knight of Stars. I think that about does it. Chillbringer once again makes his hand look pretty rough, but 3 lands means I can't pass on it. So I'm going to keep it. This might be the hand we finally get punished for our greedy 3-color mana base. You never know. We'll play a land, pass the turn. Opponent plays an island. We managed to find our land, so we'll get out our Plague White. Start putting some damage on the table. Opponent plays a land with a Sage's Rose Savant. Gonna be able to scry some. Scry 2 to the bottom. Play a land. Go to combat. Get him for 2. We're gonna take 2 down to 18. Pass the turn. Plays a land. Going to attackers. Swinging him for 2. No blocks. Opponent knocks us down to 18. Plays a High Alert. Well, I have a 2-1 out. That feels bad. Probably has other ways to capitalize on it, but it still feels very bad when you play your High Alert on just a 2-1. Pass the turn. Opponent down to 16. Opponent plays a land. Going to attackers. Gets in for 1. Okay. Plays a Sphinx of New Prov. Still really awkward to play. We'll cast the deploy right now. Go back up to 20. We'll play a land. Go to combat. Swing him with our Plague White. See what the opponent does. Opponent down to 14. We'll play at our Grasping Thrall. Opponent down to 12. Plays a Chillbringer. Good card, good card. We'll trade one of our Thopters for Saber Savant. We'll cast the Demise on their Chillbringer. Swing in for 2. See what the opponent does. Opponent down to 10. Opponent, you got some difficult choices to make, bud. And they're coming up pretty quick. Opponent plays a Binding on our Thrall. Wow. Really does not like the Thrall at all. Well, the opponent's all tapped out. Probably better to get out the 3/3 here then. We'll swing in for 2. 20 down to 8. It's gonna bounce our 3/3, sure. Gets in for 3 again. No blocks. He's at a Senate Courier. Draw an ill-gotten inheritance, eh? Yeah, this might just get there because of this silly Hyler. We'll play out inheritance. No attacks. Pass the turn. Gives the Courier Vigilance. Gets in for 7. We're down to 6. No blocks. We go up to 7. Opponent drops to 7. Get a Reveler. Or Dead Rebels. We'll play out the Messenger. No attacks, pass the turn. We'll double block the Sphinx. Sphinx down. We get a 1/1. Opponent's gonna lose 1, we'll gain 1. We'll play out a tap land. A1. Go to combat. Swing in with our Plague White. See what the opponent does. Opponent, I think, oh, opponent can untap. That's what they're aiming for. That's fine. Good job, opponent. You tricked me. We'll play out our Teysa Karlov. Just on to the point. Okay. Has a persistent petitioners. Why that was so difficult for me to say. I think we actually have it though. Unless the opponent has a counter. We'll block with our spirit. Go up to 5. Go up to 6. Ooh. Ooh. Couple different options here. I think we're gonna cast Torrent. Choose both options. Put the courier on top of their deck. Return Thrall to our hand. See if the opponent has a counter. Opponent's hand looks fine. We'll keep it. Run, Jace, run. Silly Jace. I do like the Fibble-Tip avatar, though. I think it's silly. We will play out a swamp, pass the turn. We get down our Plague White, which in this format is very hard to block, it turns out. Play a land, play our white, turn. This is such a weird looking island. I like the plains. I think I like the mountain too, but the island just looks so weird to me. This is adapt 2, that's fine. We'll go to combat, swing him for 2. Trade, they do not want to. We'll play our vampire, pass the turn. That 3, I think that's 3 to adapt. Yeah. That's annoying. Play a land. Go to combat. Swing him with the crew. The opponent wants to block and pump. Fair enough. Opponent is going to block and pump, presumably. Sure. We will cast our Tesa. Pass the turn. Opponent's gonna eat our Tesa, sure. There's the land. Turn. We'll play a land. We'll depose. Tap down the creature. We get a Thrall. Swing for 2. White, tap that black. Auto tapper once again being awesome. I guess it decided that we needed all this extra blue mana. We drop down to 19. Play out my Thrall. Can't play a tap land now. Down to opponent's down to 12. We're at 21. Getting him with the 3/5, we will double block. Opponent bounces our white back to our hand, which is fine. Play a tap land, tapping some blue mana. Cast our Dead Rebels. Take back Tesa. Take back Grasping Thrall. Pass the turn. Opponent getting him to crew. Down to 10. Draw a swamp. Play a swamp. Play out our Thrall. Drops to 10. We go up to 12. Play out our white. Pass the turn. Opponent gives the creeper flying. Opponent gonna get in for 4. No blocks. Plays a land. Play a land. Attempt a Swirling Torrent. Choosing both. Put the spider on top. Return the Ghost Guardian back to its owner's hand. Get in for 5. Opponent down to 5. Plays out their spider. Replace the Guardian. It's in for 4. Okay. Fair enough, opponent. Play a land. Play Tesa. Play our vampire. I can't swing him with my 3/3, so there's really no reason to swing. The opponent can bounce our Thrall. Give the creature flying. It is game over for us. It's like they're just getting in for 4 now, though. So we will block and trade. Make the creature big. Eyes everywhere. We'll play out eyes everywhere. We'll trade for their spider. No, this doesn't work. Yeah, we'll just pass. No attacks. Pass the turn. Oh, we can only... Keep forgetting you have to activate this as a sword. God dang it. Oh man, this really asks for a lot, but need blue and black mana in the next 2 to 3 draws. We'll keep it. Not gonna turn away hand with 2 lands in it. That's not mana, that's not good. Need to find a black mana and a blue mana in the next draw or 2. It's not mana either, it's getting rough. Death Toucher, sure. Ooh, that's rough. Okay, we'll pass. We'll discard the Plague White. Why not? He gets in for 2. Down to 18. Carrying it to capitalize. Okay, we draw some blue mana at least. Play out some blue mana, play a vampire, pass the turn. Funny, getting in with both creatures, no blocks. Down to 14. casting Forbidding Spirit. Cards we can't do anything with. Does not have flying though. So we're just gonna play Eyes Everywhere. Pass the turn. No attacks. Still need lands. Well, it's getting in with everything. We will trade for the spirit. Or attempt to. I'm gonna please the Sentinel Guard. Spirit's gonna live. We'll gain 3 back up to 13 now. Get the Scry. Swirling Torrents, about 1,000,000 turns away from being castable. We draw white mana. So we'll play a land. We'll play out our Syndicate Messenger. It's feeling like stumbling on mana early means that this game is just over. Getting in with the crew. We take 6, 8, down to 5. Sure. Plays a Thrall, taking us down to 3. Vampire keeps us alive. Or we can risk it, which I think we're gonna do. See if we can find a mana. We did manage to find a land. We'll play a land. We're at 3. Play a Chillbringer. Tap down their spirit, keep it tapped. No attacks. Pass the turn. Plays a messenger, but that's not death. And passes. Ooh. Vampire, eh? Really want to find black mana, so I think vampire is going to the bottom. That is black mana. So we'll play a land. Can't go on attackers yet. I think we're gonna play Code of Constraint. Keep their 4/5 down. Draw a card. I think we pass. See if we can draw the opponent into a bad attack here. Let's go into attackers. Swinging in with the crew. So we'll go to blockers. Block this 2/3. Block this 2/3. Then we'll cast Test Demise and exile the 3/3. Take 2 down to 1. Play the Carrion Imp. Gonna eat our message, okay? Not out of the woods yet. Don't think we need another swamp right now. Get another land. Okay. So we'll play a land. Okay, eyes ending everywhere. Trade for their 2/3. No attackers, pass the turn. Means opponent does get to start scrying, but I think it's a necessary evil. Oh, I forgot this is on tap now. I think opponent just wins here. Yep, that definitely does it. Block their 4/5, but that's it. Ah. Makes missing the, This hand's pretty good. It has all my colors, which is about all I can ask for. Wouldn't mind 1 or 2 more lands, but all my colors is pretty good. 1 or 2 more lands in order to make my hand all castable. Opponent plays out a 2/1. We will play a tap land. Pay 1 into it to keep it around. Plays the land. Gets in for 2. Takes us to 18. Plays a 10th District Veteran. We will play a land. Pass the turn. What is apparently Vigilance Tribal. What are we going to get in for 4? We go down to 14. Plays the land. Plays out a 2-3. Sure. We will exile the 2-3. Play a land. Play a messenger. Pass the turn. Plays a Hazda officer. Makes their 2-1 a 3-2. Swings in with the crew. We will block their 2-3. Down to 11. We draw a vampire. I think I'm going to play out Taysa Karlov. Only considering some options. Decides against doing anything. Scary music playing. Final payments. Attacking 2-1 to kill my Taysa. That's fine. No attacks. Pass the turn. I'm going to combat. Getting in with the 2-3 and the 3-2. We will trade for their 3-2. Up to 9. Make a 1-1. Plays a land and passes. We'll cast Code of Constraint. Tap down their 2-3. It doesn't untap. We did manage to find a land, so we'll play a land to pass the turn. Plays a 1-2 Death Toucher. Gets in for 1. We will happily trade. Draw a Torrent. Play out my I'll play out my Knight. Pass the turn. We'll trade for their 1-2. Takes the Death Toucher off the table. Plays a Syndicate Messenger. Sure. Passes. We'll play at a Grasping Thrall. Opponent loses 2, we gain 2. No attacks. Pass the turn. Plays an Oligarch. Passes. We hit a land, which means we will play said land. Go to combat. Swing him for 3. See what the opponent does. Opponent's going to double block, which is fine. We will kill the 2/3. Makes a 1/1. We'll play out our Swirling Torrent. Choose both. Get rid of both tokens. Tokens down. Opponents swinging with both their creatures. We'll block the 2/1 with a 1/1. 2/1 down, makes a 1/1. Play a land. Play a 3/3 flyer. Tap down their 1/1. It doesn't untap. Play at a Plague White. Pass the turn. Next turn, I think we start getting in. Depending on what the opponent does, of course. I'm gonna pay 5 life to kill our 3/3 flyer. Okay. Opponent gets in for 2. Gonna untap their flyer. Sure. We drop to 7. Play the land. We'll go to combat. Swing in for 2. See what the opponent does. Opponent does not understand their cards very well. We will happily trade for a 2/3. With the board clear, play out a Syndicate Messenger, play out our Vampire, and pass. Opponent plays tap land. Play out a Chillbringer. Tap down the opponent's team. Go to combat. Swing in for 5. Unless the opponent draws something this turn, we do win here. Opponent says good game. We'll say good game. Opponent sweeps it up. And that takes us to 7 wins, everybody. Nice way to clear out the night. Also got another wild card. It is a Resolute Rider, which I'm pretty sure we already have. We'll claim our prize. That's 950 gems and 2 packs. Let's see what we get. Roll a Hero Precinct 1 and a Amplifier. Anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for me tonight. Thanks for joining me as we did this little adventure into ranked draft for Ravnica Allegiance. If you are watching me on Twitch, you can check me out on YouTube at Spuzzem _TCG for all my old streams. If you're watching on YouTube, you can check me out on Twitch at Spuzzem TCG, no space. Don't know why I set it up like that. For all the live streams, I try to do them around 5. Usually wind up being put up around 7 each day. Anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys have a good night.